So we help folks buy houses, and we help folks fix houses, and we help folks get ready to buy a house, and we help folks figure out their rental situation with their landlord. Everything we do is about helping people have better homes.
One Roof is an ever-changing, evolving entity. I think we do a really great job and work hard to constantly assess the housing needs of our community and then evolve and adapt our programming to try and meet those needs.
Buying a home is very emotional, and owning a home is very emotional in many, many good ways, right? The ability to have your friends over, to raise your children, to connect with your neighbors. And there's the challenges of, paying your utilities, and if your sewer backs up, and the roof has a leak. If you're on a modest income, those stressors become magnified.
If one just tries to imagine how you'd get through a work week, wondering where you're going to stay at night, or wondering if you're going to be able to make rent at the end of the month, or wondering if you're going to get kicked out at the end of the week. The more stability we bring to our day-to-day existence as humans, the more highly we can function in the world.
A really wonderful part about getting to work with home buyers is getting to help people realize their dream and finding what it is that's important to them and helping them create a plan to get there.
We were not prepared, no shape, form, or fashion. Our credit was bad. We owed back debts or whatever, and we just had so many things hanging over our head that we never felt that we'd have this opportunity.
A large component of our homebuyer workshop and homebuyer counseling is helping people understand maybe why they want to own a home.
I was educated, but I was fearful because I didn't think at one point that we can actually succeed in doing the things that were required. And through that whole process, Jackie held our hand. And she walked us through this, and she encouraged us. And it actually inspired us to continue on. And with that came this, able to have a home of our own.
It's not just the bottom line. We have a mission, and I think we work hard. And we have a tagline too in lending, we do everything to say yes.
Where traditional lenders have a mesh that they have to push each individual applicant through, we don't have necessarily the same requirements that a traditional lender would have. And so I think we're more equipped and better able to meet people where they're at and be nimble and responsive to community needs and make sure that we're offering services that are going to put our customers online for success to enter the traditional economic mainstream.
I see myself in a lot of the people that come through the door.
Making home affordable and keeping it a second time around, nobody gets that lucky. Nobody.
Across the spectrum of all different ranges of incomes, people have problems, needs, need assistance, and I am proud of our organization's ability, goals, and mission to serve all of those folks.
We have a long-term interest in the housing in this community being viable and affordable and quality for the people that live there.
We do want to help the specific family today that needs a house. That's very important to us. But we also have an eye to 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road that eventually this family is going to move up and out. And we want to make sure that there's an affordable home available for the next family that's in their situation.
We historically have developed community land trust homes where we either build new construction home and sell it to a low and moderate income household, or we buy a substandard existing property where it's in poor condition or even foreclosed, fix that up and then sell it.
We know that we want to stay in this home for a long time, but we also know that the money that we're saving with leasing the land, that money that we're saving is going towards a home with maybe more land or more space or more rooms for more family members. I'm excited to share this space with someone who also was in my shoes. People who work really hard deserve to live in a home that is affordable, that is safe, that is really efficient.
The investment that we put into the property initially recycle and roll over to benefit each subsequent family that comes along.
The tenant-landlord connection, I think, has been fantastic for mitigating both tenant and landlord issues.
Well, ultimately, we were able to work out an agreement that worked for both sides and allowed her to stay in her apartment. Before she left, she stopped, turned around and thanked me and said, now I can go home and unpack my boxes and put the family photos back on the wall. When somebody says something like that to you, it kind of stops you in your tracks, and you realize not only the reality of what many of our clients are facing, but also the impact of the services and how important they are, not just to that particular client, but to the whole community.
Most of the things that we do, we have partners that make it possible, whether that's the funder, whether that's the donor, whether that's the lender that provides the mortgage at the bank for the new land trust homeowner. We're well aware that we're only as good as the relationships that we have in the community.
Never give up hope. There's always truth, there's always support. One Roof is the place. If you think it's not possible, I'm living proof.
Thanks for believing in the work that we do, and we can't do it alone.
One Roof makes home a better place.